I don't usually do this, but I have to. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man. I greatly appreciate it. Make sure you guys are following me up here, follow me down here, click the thumbs up button because it helps my channel. When you do subscribe to the channel, do not forget to hit the thumbs up button. That way you will be, no, that's not the thumbs up button. Y'all know what I mean. I've done this 1,000 times and I messed up because my watch started buzzing on my wrist, so it messed me up. Everything else is playing right now. You should know what to do by now. All right, so I have not done one of these on my channel in years, and a lot of y'all was wishing and hoping that I would do it, and I'm so sorry. I got caught up in so much stuff. I apologize, but I have to do this, ladies and gentlemen, because I just forget. I'm so sorry. Almost every weekend or so, me and my family, we go to the movies. And a lot of you guys ask me about the movies that we went to go watch, if y'all should go watch them, yada, yada, peanut butter. And I'm so sorry. So I'm going to try to get this back in my repertoire, in my arsenal for my videos. But I have to talk about this. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go see a movie that has some crazy, straight, good metaphors in it, has some deep messaging, super entertaining, locks you in right from the beginning, then you need to go see, which I think is probably gonna be one of my most favorite movies of the year thus far, is Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. It gets you right from the jump. So I'm not gonna say too much without giving away too many spoilers, but pretty much you are like locked in right from the beginning. This man comes into this store and he does these crazy things. I'm not spoiling it, theatrics. I'm not going to say what those things are, but he does stuff in such a crazy way, and the way that he's dressed and what he have on just completely just gets you locked in. What the heck? And the crazy thing about it is while he's in there, he's in this diner and there's people in there and he's just doing all kinds of weird and crazy stuff. And he pretty much made the claim that he is from the future, right? He's from the future, and folks are just looking at this man like, dude, you just, I don't know. But this man is serious about what he's in this particular diner for and all that. But then as time goes by, and like I said, I'm not spoiling this, within that diner, he says and does things, and all of a sudden, you like, wait a minute. And the people in there like, wait a minute, I'm not spoiling it. Trust me, I'm not saying what's happening. And you just get to going like, okay, what? And whoa, that was different. That was crazy. What is he doing? What? Wait, why? And whoa, look, it does that. And when something like that, within like the first 10, 15 minutes of a movie, when that happens, I'm like locked in. Like, I'm like locked in, like, oh, wait a minute, whoa, time out. Is he serious? Like, is he doing this for, like, what is he, why? But the fact that he's in there and he's doing it with such, seriousness, I'm, okay, wait a minute, wait, let's go somewhere with this. So this is one of those things where, guys, I'm telling you right now, you are going to be completely thrown off, but in a good way. It is one of those movies where I'm so glad I'm able to see something that just completely took me by surprise. It absolutely 100% is very, very entertaining in a good way. This is the type of movie that I told my wife, I said, oh yeah, I'm buying this when it comes out. I'm not downloading it digitally. I'm an old school person that, look, y'all think I'm joking. Look, one of my all-time favorites. See this? Mummy 1 and 2. Now I ain't get 3. That sucked, but they're going to be, by the way, they are not redoing. Brendan Fraser is coming back to do Mummy, and a lot of the casting are still going to be there for it again. They're going to completely redo it, and I'm excited about that. One of my all-time favorites. I don't know, y'all. I told you, look, I got DVDs right here. I can show y'all. Point that I was saying all that is that I'm going to get this when it comes out on DVD. I hope they still have DVDs because I like to watch stuff when I don't want no digital stuff. I don't want all that. I want it on a DVD. I like to have like the collection. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die is a movie I think that you can actually take everyone to go watch this. And what I mean by that, probably the part in there, I would say, if I was to tell you guys to watch this, I would say, look, it's a part in here. No. I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but let's just say it's a part in here regarding the animal and the animal part shows. And I don't think people are going to be freaked out by that. But other than that, if you take your children, when I say children, let me say more like definitely teenagers. Let's just leave it at that. Teenagers and above, possibly 12, whatever. Any kids that have a phone, there you go. If the kids have their own personal phone, whatever like this, or a tablet, You probably I'm gonna stick with that. I'm sorry, y'all. 10 years old and up probably will be able to understand this movie. It has so many metaphors in here. It has so many Easter eggs in here that this is the movie that, like I said, when I get it on DVD, I can watch this movie over again because there's so many things in here that I want to be like, oh, look, they talking about this. Oh, wow, this is dealing with, look, babe, just like in real life, look, when stuff go down, they are doing exactly what these kids in the world are doing right now. Oh, my God, completely out of touch with reality. See, I wanted to do all that during the movie. I wanted to do all that during the movie, but I couldn't because there was an audience in there. And what's cool about it is that the interaction that a lot of the audience had with the movie, like all of it, I mean, y'all, it's very rare that I'm watching a movie and me and like the people that are in there watching the movie, the audience, we're all looking at each other like, right? Like it's eclectic, it's wild, it's a lot of bizarre, it's a lot of what the heck, and it's a lot of laughing in here. But the overall deep messaging in here is completely 100%, if not where we are, but no, it's kind of where we are. It's kind of where we are. I mean, guys, I'm trying to talk without spoiling this, right? But if you are a movie watching person to go to the theaters, go watch this in the theaters. This is one of the few movies, and I know I might be repeating myself, where right from the beginning, you are locked in. And I'm telling you right now, this is not a movie to where you want to do a lot of, I mean, like I told you, we were doing with the audience. We were like, right, but you did it right in time, but you didn't miss anything. But this is not one of those movies where if you go and watch this in the theaters, go empty yourself. Go and pee, do what you need to do, because you're going to miss so much in this movie. When you come back, you can get lost. But at the same time, if you lock into the first 30 minutes of the movie, you probably might get an overall concept of what's going to happen. But I do like that the characters in the movie all have this thing about them to where you're trying to figure out why her, why him, why them, why this, why that. And you cannot find too many movies where they do things like that. And I cannot emphasize this enough to where if and when you go and watch this movie, be ready for a ride, be ready for entertainment, be ready for a very deep messaging. And again, I know I'm repeating myself. Not too many movies get you right from the jump. Whoa, what the heck? And then you just locked in. And if you don't listen and pay attention, you can miss a whole lot, because then you got to go back and be like, what would he mean whenever he said, or what does she mean whenever she said, oh, now I get what? So anyway, with that being said, go watch this movie. I would love to have a conversation with somebody that maybe have seen this. I don't know. I sent out an email to Anton Daniels because he goes and watches different movies, and he actually said that he has a channel called Room 9, Anton Daniels, and I know they do a lot of talking about movies and things that they go and watch, but because his background is in like computer software and things like that, I know he's a guy that's really into technology and everything like that. So I recommended Anton go watch this. But anyway, my point is saying that he has a channel called Room 9 where they go and discuss movies and things like that. So if he goes and watches the movie like I told him in the email, I would love to probably go on there and jump on this and talk about some of the things in there. And again, I said all this without any spoilers. But guys, if you are a movie watcher, if you have teenagers that have phones and things like that, go watch this with them and make them put their phones up when you watch it. I'm telling you, it's some deep messaging in here. I'm buying a DVD. It's one of my all-time favorite movies, and it's my favorite movie of the year thus far. All right. So that's all I got for right now, ladies and gentlemen. If you have seen this movie, let me know what you think about it by putting in the comments section without giving out spoilers. All right. Don't forget to do what you see in the animation right here. That will greatly help my channel. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing after this one, it's going to be up there. Things I did as of yesterday you may have missed right here. If you have not subscribed to the channel, click that. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothes. And most of all, praying every last one of you guys in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.